What is going on, guys? Nathan here with another commentary of the Team Fortress 2 variety, and the reason I say that is because this gameplay is mostly a filler for the audio today, in which I will be explaining kind of my mini vacation that me and my family took down to the Twin Cities, and by the Twin Cities I mean the Minneapolis and St. Paul area. Basically, I'm from Minnesota, and we just kind of refer to our capital as the Twin Cities. So basically, we went down there to go and see the musical slash play Wicked, which is a story about how the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz became so quote-unquote wicked. And it's actually a very, or not like a very fantastic, that grammatically wouldn't make sense, but it is a fantastic play. The singing and acting and story are all incredible. It was actually featured at the Orpheum Theater, which is, I think it's classified as a Broadway play, and by the way, I'll probably include some video of the Orpheum Theater. Orpheum Theater is actually, it seems like a pretty old type of building, more of like a classical setting than anything else, but it was still like kind of like a ritzy type of feel, so kind of just an interesting atmosphere. And the play itself is fantastic. The singing is absolutely amazing. Like, it is a musical, so there is singing, and the fact that the performers are doing everything on stage live really contributes to the whole like wow factor. Like, you can create pre-recorded music or sing very well in a pre-recorded manner very well because it's a pre-recording. You can screw up as much as you want, but when it's live, like, just executing superbly while live is very impressive because, you know, you're live. You either have to be at the top of your game, or you know, you're not going to pull off your performance. And I think, you know, these performers who are doing everything like this live should deserve a lot more recognition than they perhaps get. But anyway, yeah, the play is amazing. I was impressed with the singing. The acting was pretty good too, and the stage props were, you know, obviously, you know, you got to make your stage look a little bit nice, make it look pretty cool with the lighting and stuff. So that was pretty good as well. And the story, I think I was most impressed with, because the people who wrote the play, I do have a lot of respect for, because they intertwined the story between Wicked and the Wizard of Oz so well that it almost seems like Wicked should be the original story here, and the Wizard of Oz is like a tacked on, like, post-production type of deal. Like, you find out stuff about like how the Cowardly Lion came into being, and how the Tin Man, you know, was created, and how the Scarecrow, and it's just like really good. It's the point where, like, you know, the Wizard of Oz, like, that's nothing compared to the story that they have crafted here. Like, a much more complicated story with twists and turns, and I don't know, it's more of a modern setting, and I suppose that helps as well, where people, you know, have a lot more creativity or are willing to do more with their stories than maybe in past days, because the Wizard of Oz, I don't even know if people watch that anymore as children. I think the Wizard of Oz, the original was created in the 40s or like the 60s or something. Like, that is a really old movie, and I remember watching it as a very young child, but like back then, you know, I don't know, maybe storytelling was a little bit different. So anyway, the play was fantastic. Once again, if you have the opportunity to go see this play, whether it's through school or just by yourself or with a friend or something, I would definitely go for it. I believe that the ticket prices aren't too terrible. I think they range from about $39 to $139, so it's not terrible, but, you know, it's not just a chip out of the pocket either, depending on, you know, your background and all that kind of stuff. But it was also kind of interesting. Outside of the play, we were in Minneapolis, and we went to a couple of ritzy restaurants that was actually very delicious. And when we got out of the play, like after the play was over, it was about 11 o'clock. So we were walking back to our hotel, and you know, you see some really, really crazy stuff walking around the Twin Cities at night, because while it is the Twin Cities, maybe not like super ghetto or anything, like we do have our bad part of the town. I don't live in the Twin Cities, so I don't really know this, you know, too well. but I've heard that there's a bad part of town, but even when you're not in like a bad part of town, you just kind of see weird stuff at night, especially being near Halloween. When we were walking around, we were seeing some weird stuff because people apparently just on Saturday nights before Halloween were getting dressed up and I don't know, being all weird and stuff. Like there's one thing that we actually saw. We walked past like a line of like I don't know 300, 200 people. It was like a really thick line and it was pretty long too. And it was weird because I noticed that every single person in that line was smoking a cigar or cigarette. Like it just smelled like tobacco as you passed by, and I wasn't sure if that was some event for, I don't know, tobacco or something. It was really weird. And also, kind of a random thing as well. It wasn't like a bunch, but we saw a couple of really, really skimpy girls with what must have been their boyfriends or something. And I personally thought they were hookers or something, but it was explained to me that these girls were maybe just dressing like that for Halloween, which I'm still kind of skeptical actually. So that was really interesting, and it was almost like a different sort of show, just walking around or walking on the streets of Minneapolis at night. You know, you're not entirely sure what you'll see around the corner next. It's just kind of a show of people watching. You know. Anyway, that is pretty much what we did. We pretty much just slept overnight at a hotel and then got up the next morning and came back home, where I am now recording this commentary. So, fun times. Once again, if you guys have the opportunity, definitely go see Wicked. It's fantastic. And I suppose that's where I will wrap up this video. So thank you all for watching. As always, if you could leave a rating on the video, that would be amazing. And subscribe if you enjoy my content. And I will see you guys later.